Welcome to the Wired for Success podcast, your show for ambitious, mission-driven entrepreneurs who understand that there's more to entrepreneurship than finding the latest flash-in-the-pan strategies, who understand that in order to build your empire, you need a solid foundation. I wholeheartedly believe that entrepreneurship is the biggest self-development journey you can be on, and it's my mission to help you make that journey easier. In this show, I bring together the very best from science, self-development, and entrepreneurship to set you up for sustainable success. Hi, I'm Claudia Garbutt, the scientist and mindset coach behind this show, and you're listening to the Wired for Success podcast. Hey everyone, let's talk about achievement for a moment. And while there are two different ways to achieve your goals, but only one of those ways is healthy and sustainable. My topic for today is inspired by something I experienced just a couple of days ago. It was this beautiful summer Sunday morning, just before 7 a.m., and I was getting ready for my morning run. Now, if you know me, you know I love running. I have always loved running. That said, I don't have to win any competitions or set a new personal record every time I go for a run. I just run for the sake of running. I love the way I can connect to nature when I go out for a run. I love how running keeps me fit and healthy. I love how running clears my mind. In fact, I tend to have my best ideas during my morning runs. And I guess the best way to describe the way I think about running is as an active form of meditation. Okay, so back to that beautiful summer Sunday morning. As I was about to head out of the door, my 7-year-old son asked if he could join me for the run. And I have to admit, my first thought was, crap, if he tags along, I won't be able to enjoy the peace and quiet of this beautiful morning. And instead, I will have to discuss dinosaurs and Ninjago and probably will have to turn back after 15 minutes because he's either thirsty or hungry or needs to go to the toilet. If you have little kids, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, we've had a few runs like that. But then I thought, you know what? It's so much more important to support him when he wants to go for a run so that he can fall in love with running too. Because falling in love with exercise is so important for living a healthy and happy life. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So I waited for him and we went running together. And the weather was just perfect. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. We ran past meadows of wildflowers and through forests. We listened to the birds and insects. We smelled the scents of the trees and the wildflowers and the roses and the jasmine. We saw deer and birds and sheep. And it was just pure summer magic. We explored new paths without knowing where they would take us. We just kept running and enjoying and exploring what was around us. And even when we had to run up a pretty steep hill, my son did not complain even once. In fact, he just wanted to keep going because he enjoyed it so much. I was so impressed. And we ended up running a little over 15 kilometers together. And it was so much fun. He was super stoked about this big achievement and he was so proud of himself. He said, "Mom, I can't believe I did this. This is so cool. I will always remember this day." And I don't think I'll forget this day either because it was such a special day for both of us. And it really made me think about the dysfunctional way that I used to think about achievement in general. I used to think achievement is the result of hard work. And hard work for me meant that it can't be fun, per definition. If it's fun, it's not hard work and it won't help me achieve my goals. I wasn't consciously aware of that belief at that time. And that's the tricky thing with subconscious beliefs. They steer your behavior without you even knowing it. What that meant for me was that I was a high achiever because if you work hard enough, you will usually see a result of that hard work. But it also meant that I was always feeling stressed out and burned out. And eventually I got really, really sick. You see, society conditions us to think that we have to work incredibly hard to achieve our goals. We get rewarded for working hard. Our parents and teachers praise us for working hard. We get promoted because we work harder than others. We constantly hear things like the key to success is hard work and determination, or work harder than you think you did yesterday, or nothing worth having comes easy, or no matter how hard you work, someone else is working harder. We get taught that success has to be bought with blood, sweat, and tears, that success is built on sacrifice. All of these things further cement the belief that sacrifice and hard work are the only way to get what we want. No wonder there's so many workaholics out there, right? I mean, if we keep rewarding people for working harder and harder, we probably shouldn't be surprised to find that some people get addicted to work. But what if this wasn't true? What if there was another way? The way I see it is that the motivation for everything you do and for every decision you make can come from one of two sources: from either a place of scarcity, competition, sacrifice, and fear, or from a place of abundance, collaboration, curiosity, and joy. And when we operate from that scarcity and lack mentality, we work hard to prove ourselves. We sacrifice what's important to us just to prove a point, to prove someone wrong, to earn someone's approval, or just to prove our worthiness. This is a race we can't win because no external validation can ever fill that emptiness inside. No win is big enough, no price convincing enough to eliminate that doubt and fear inside. Now you find yourself in a bit of a pickle. You're working hard, you're achieving your goal, but you still feel empty and fearful inside. You might feel like an imposter or like someone who just got lucky but doesn't know how to hold on to the success that they created. And this is putting more and more stress on your system, and you respond by using the only strategy that you've learned: just work harder. And so you do until your system can't cope with the constant stress anymore. And in what looks like a self fulfilling prophecy, everything starts to fall apart. This is a dysfunctional pattern that I've experienced myself and that I recognize in so many other ambitious entrepreneurs too. Maybe you've recognized it in yourself or in others around you too. If that's the case, I want you to know that there is another way. We can flip the switch and change the source of our motivation. We can unlink achievement and sacrifice in our minds. And when we do, wonderful things happen. When we allow things to be easy and fun, we can still achieve amazing things while being able to enjoy the journey too. Does that make sense? Like my 7-year-old son just ran 15 kilometers and enjoyed every bit of it, even the uphill parts. I didn't have to push him. I didn't have to put any kind of pressure on him. And I'm not saying that you'll be successful without taking action or doing the work. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just want to be very clear about that. But it's about developing a mindset and strategies that support your goals in a way that's sustainable and enjoyable versus doing things in a way that lead to chronic stress and burnout. And that's one of the things I help my coaching clients in my Your Legend program with. We find those dysfunctional patterns and we flip them so that you can do whatever you want to do without sacrificing your health, relationships, or happiness along the way. And this is not another course that you buy and then never access because you can't be bothered going through the content. This is not one of those cookie cutter group programs out there that provide cookie cutter solutions to cookie cutter people. The same symptoms can be caused by totally different root causes. And only because they look similar on the surface doesn't mean that you can resolve the underlying issues by using the same cookie cutter approach, right? Silly example, but you can cry because you're sad, because you're angry, because you're overwhelmed and exhausted, or because you're happy, or maybe because you got something in your eye, or because you're cutting onions. It all might look the same on the surface, yet there is no cookie cutter, one size fits all solution that resolves all of those underlying issues, right? And that's why I love working with people one-on-one, because I can provide unique, tailored solutions that work for you, not for some avatar. I work with real human people, not with avatars. And because I believe in enjoying the journey as well as the end result, I'm very picky about who I work with. First of all, I want to be sure that I can actually help you. And second of all, I want this to be a great experience for both of us. I only work with a handful of motivated, high level clients who are ready to take action and create the life they truly love. So, if you think you're one of those highly motivated action takers who really wants to live by design rather than by default, and you're interested in learning more about how this could work for you, let's hop on a quick call and discuss your unique situation. I'll add a link for you to book your call, and I can't wait to talk to you. So, take care and talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Wired for Success podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please take a sec to rate and review my show. It would mean the world to me because you'd help me reach more entrepreneurs like yourself who would love this show. If you'd like to learn more about creating a widely successful business without sacrificing your health, relationships, or sanity, make sure to stick around and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And why don't you help me spread the word and share this show with your friends? I'd really appreciate it, and I'm sure your friends will too. Want to continue this conversation, build real relationships, and join a community of like-minded entrepreneurs? Come join my free Facebook community for visionary entrepreneurs. I would love to see you there. In the meantime, if you haven't done so already, grab my free brain priming audio file for entrepreneurs and start priming your brain for success in less than 5 minutes each morning. Curious? You can learn more about how this works and download the audio file at www.wiredforsuccess.solutions. Until next time, bye!